still got more Premier League games to discuss for the upcoming round of games. We've already discussed some of the fixtures, but there are still some exciting games waiting for us to talk about. And the first one, Victor, is City v Everton. And the question is that are we expecting a one-sided affair when City host Everton, or should they be wary of an upset?
I would love to see an Everton win here, obviously, but I don't think it's happening. City have been strong and a bit more like themselves in recent games, and also Everton on the road don't do as well. Like, sure, they've had a good start to the season, especially by their standards compared to the last 4 seasons or so. But that's rather thanks to their form on home turf, not what they've done away. I don't think it will necessarily be an absolute thrashing, but I don't see any other result but a City win here.
Fair enough. And moving to you, Max, Sunderland have actually shown that they are up for business this season, at least at the stand. They are looking like they will not get relegated at the very worst. That is what it is looking like. But now they take on Wolves. Do you think it's going to be an easy win for them?
Actually, I hear you both backing Sunderland to win this game, but I, for some reason, just don't believe them to win this game. Actually, I feel like I also don't really see Wolves winning, but a draw seems more fair for me because it just feels like Sunderland are overperforming at the moment, and Wolves are not that bad as everybody's talking. Because I watched the last 2 games, especially against Everton and the game against Spurs, they weren't that bad. So I guess against the weaker side than Spurs, obviously Sunderland is. I feel like they can manage to get a draw. So I would probably say that I'm expecting a draw here.
Fair enough. Back to you, Victor. League leaders Arsenal. I had to say that loud enough. League leaders Arsenal will be hoping to keep their momentum, but will they be able to win away from home against Fulham?
Mate, people are sleeping on just how well Fulham are doing at home. They're not blowing teams out of the water, sure, but if you look at their form at home this season, they've played 5 in all competitions and they've won 4 of them. And the other one was a draw. And I don't think Arsenal are as convincing as people would have you believe. Like, okay, there are certain compartments of the team that are performing admirably. I could obviously go for the long hanging fruit and tell you that Gyökeres is as bad as Sheshko, but I don't think that Arsenal are going to win this one. They might not lose. I think a draw is a very valid option here, a very valid route. But at the same time, Fulham do have what it takes. They know what they're up against and they know what they are as a team. They've been playing together for ages. The coach has been there for ages. And I just think that they are such a solidly fused together team and cohesive that they can upset anyone really. And Arsenal is part of anyone.
Okay, we'll be here to discuss it in our Premier League recap, and I'll be sure to tell Victor you were wrong. But
I
anyways,
might
moving
be.
on. Moving on the final note with you, Max. Aston Villa initially struggled, at the start of the season. I remember at one point we were talking about the fact that they were yet to score a single goal, and now, they've enjoyed an upturn in form with no defeat in their last, 4 league outings. And the question is, can they cause problems against Tottenham?
I mean, anybody can cause some problems to Spurs, obviously. And I'd say, yeah, I expect a lot of goals here at least, because both teams are pretty shit in defense at the moment and pretty nice in the attack, at least in recent games, because we all remember how poor Aston Villa started with their attack. But I'd say I still see Spurs winning because under Frank they're not as Spurs as they used to be before that, and it just feels like they have enough strength to win at home. So it's gonna be a tough one, but I do see Tottenham winning this one.
Fair enough. I think actually anybody can win that game, just like you said. But we're gonna see how that one ends, and that is the end of our preview for the Premier League round eight. Those are our thoughts on what we think will happen in the upcoming round of fixtures, and of course, after the game week, we'll be sure to discuss the best talking points, the best results, and hopefully, I'll be able to tell Victor once again that he was very, very wrong about his assessment. But till then, bye for now.